Hey there everybody, and welcome to my first impression review of the all-new Jeep Wrangler. This has been a very fun car for the 10 minutes I've driven it. Enjoy. So yes everyone, welcome to my first impression review of the new Jeep Wrangler. As you can see, the version I got here, I'm going to step up on the side because there are cars driving past. This is the 5-door version. As you can see, I've parked it up at a bit of a jaunty angle to show the 4x4 capabilities of the car. Here in the Cotswolds it's a bit windy, so I apologise if there's any wind noise that comes onto the camera. But let me quickly take you round the new Jeep Wrangler. So you can see this is the Rubicon version, which is the one that's dedicated to going off-road or is kind of more at home off-road. But I'll take you through some of the extra bits on the car. So firstly, the front, as you can see, it has got full LED lights. Sorry, I'm losing me with words there. You've got LED daytime running lights and indicators mounted into the wheel arches. That's quite a cool feature there. You can see there are 7 slats on the grille. That's paying homage to the original Jeep Wrangler. I can't remember its actual name. You'll see it scrolled across the bottom of the screen now. But just look at, that's a car that's got presence, and I have to say, and I do mean this, I think this could be the coolest car you could buy. I think it's a way cooler than something like a Mercedes G-Wagon. But if you're on a budget, you know what? The Suzuki Jimny I think is just as cool, if just a little bit below, because it's, you know, the smaller car and a bit cutesy. But we've got the Rubicon there on the side of the bonnet, a couple of grab handles to show that this car's got huge off-road potential. The hinges lets you know that you can get the windscreen down. You can take panels off of this car, make it a bit into a convertible or an open top trailer. The exterior hinges, again hinting at the fact that you can remove those. I'm going to come straight back to the boot. And then we've got, let's open them up. So as you can see, opens up sideways there. And again, I've got all my camera equipment laid out, so you can see roughly how big the boot is. Any negatives? I have noticed there is a big speaker on the right hand side as part of the package on the car. That is, I believe, standard throughout the range. So those who are wanting huge amounts of boot space, you might not get it because of the speaker interfering there. But there's huge amounts of thick carpet here, so you can tell again that this is a car that's built for being, you know, utilitarian, going off-road, leading an active lifestyle. Or if you just want to be cool in the city, there's also that as well. You can see as well the frame, so you're showing that you can take those panels off and still have the strength of the structure of the car. And then just to close it, you just drop him down there, and I'm going to take a step back and we'll get him closed. So looking at the back of the Wrangler, just letting that van go by and another car. One feature I do like, a cheekily integrated camera into the spare wheel, and we've got the rear lights there, look to be perhaps LEDs. I think they are LEDs, but the whole car just screams cool. There is a 3-door version you can get, but I can try and get some photos of that and have them appear on screen as well. As we go into the cockpit, there's a nice flash of red to kind of lift the cabin. We've got leather on top of the dash. I do apologise for the GoPros. I'm kind of on a bit of a time limit now because we're going to have to wrap up this wonderful day. The steering wheel feels nice and chunky in your hand and has all the nice buttons that will take you through the menu system, but also your cruise control. So that's a nice feature too. Your lights are there, but also your wing mirrors are just on the side there. Something I have found driving it, that's a very narrow footwell. You do actually find that you've got nowhere to put your left foot if you are doing any kind of long journeys. So that does make me question what the Wrangler will be like if you're doing any kind of long road journeys in the car and not just short off-roading trips. Got the Rubicon on there stitching. Nice leather seats, they are heated. You've also got a heated steering wheel, but there's no heated windscreen, and the grab handles there as well, synonymous with a nice chunky 4x4. Oh, let's close it. In the back, 3 seats, ISOFIX supports on the outer seats. We've also got, that's quite quirky, that's where your window switches are. You've also got USB ports as well. So you've got 2 USB ports, and are the other ones USB-C or USB-3? I forget what the new ones are called, but the little micro ones, and a 12-volt socket. So it's showing again how much this car is kind of being designed for an active lifestyle, charging things on the go. Really liking these airplane style supports there. I want to know what is going on here. Can you attach things to it? There's no handle or anything underneath there, but I get a feeling that you can possibly put the seat down fully flat if you need to load any longer items. And this is a feature I like. Right at the top, that's your speakers. That's very quirky. I do like that. But guys, that's my very quick walk around of the new Jeep Wrangler. So I'm going to come back here and just, there you go. So I do apologise, I've had this kind of put at a jaunty angle so it looks quite cool and imposing. But guys, let me know what you think. I'm going to drive the car now. Post any questions below, and this is so cool. Let's take it for a drive. Right, let's take this baby off-road. There we go. This new Jeep Wrangler is absolutely, well, to be fair, I think most cars would nail this, but it's in full control of what it's doing. There you go. Bit of a wobble. There we are. Oh, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, that did impressively well. But I think we all knew it would do. So. So the car is in drive. We're now, well, I can't change it back to any other drivetrain just yet. You have to have the car in neutral and stationary.
After 1,000 feet, turn right.
There's also a programmed sat-nav route built in. So as I mentioned, going up the hill, this is the 2-litre diesel version. It is a 5-door Rubicon, so it is the mad off-roader. So it comes with a low range gearbox, which you've just seen me use going up the moderately steep hill. I wonder if we're allowed to go down it. We'll see. But now to see what the new Jeep Wrangler is like on road. This has always been the car's biggest criticism, but Jeep, you know, have worked incredibly hard to make this a perfect all-rounder. Granted, it will be more suited off-road because they have, for the launch of this car, took it up to the Lake District and they essentially just had it off-road. You just drove this car off-road, you didn't actually drive it on-road. So they really wanted to demonstrate what it could do. But I've got it now for a few minutes. Let's take it for a quick drive and see what it's like. So I've got the 2-litre diesel, 200 brake horsepower, nice traditional chunky handbrake. In drive, let's go. So, but first impressions, you sit really nice and high. It's got an old school feel to it.
Feet, turn left onto Fish Hill.
Okay. Yeah, it's got an old school feel to the car, and you've got a very flat windscreen, which is only inches away from your face. So it's everything about it is old school, and I really love that about the car.
Turn left.
And literally about to go past a Range Rover Evoque, which is like one of the new generation, so it's all curves, it's all about style and everything. But let's go on the road and see what she's like. So the gearbox has got some nice smooth changes to it. It's not, there's no jerkiness or anything or hesitation, it's just, it goes through the motions. You can probably hear there's quite a bit of engine noise coming into the cabin.
After 1,000 feet, turn left towards Sainsbury.
Will do. I don't know if you can hear, there's a little clicking in the background. I believe that could be my
Take the next left towards Sainsbury.
that could be my camera case. So I'll continue. The steering is not the most direct. It's, you can see where this thing is designed for going off-roading and kind of second to being on the road. So as I turn around this corner here, it's not what I'd say full of feel. I could probably, yeah, I can do that, and there's very little in the way of the of the turning as we go past a transporter full of Alphas and our baths. Would you believe it? All part of the FCA group. So you do find yourself kind of constantly moving the steering wheel, but it doesn't feel like a yacht. It doesn't feel like it's rocking back and forth or side to side too much.
After 1,000 feet, turn left onto Buckle Street, then take the next left.
Will do.
Take the next left onto Buckle Street, then take the next left.
Now it does come with things such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I can actually see the 3-door here. I think it's actually got us both on the same
Take
route.
the next left.
Oh, blimey neck. So I might have to halt recording for a moment. Very cute little car, that, the 3-door. It looks like a Suzuki Jimny, the new Suzuki Jimny, but just a bit more hardcore. I think in terms of cool, oh, that's a nice hill as we go down. I think the 3-door might have the ultimate in terms of cool, but with the 5-door, as I mentioned, you can kind of take all the panels off.
Take the next right.
No, I'm going to do another one. You can take all the panels off, you can have it as a convertible, take the rear off as well, so it's kind of like a trailer, although there is...
1,000 feet, turn left onto Fish Hill.
Thank you. There is actually a version of this where it is like a pickup truck. I can't remember the name of it. It will scroll along the bottom of the screen now, but essentially that car's not coming to the UK, but that is taking the Wrangler to a whole new extreme. So I'm going to do the same route again. I know it sounds a bit daft, but it gives me an opportunity again and kind of put my foot down. But yes, the steering is quite wayward. It's a bit floaty. There we go, around this corner. Oh, it wants to push wide. Big chunky tyres, but I've got a smile on my face. I'm not driving this and thinking it's terrible. This is a fun car.
After 1,000 feet, turn left towards Sainsbury.
I will do, and I think I'll have to stop off and I'll take some photos of the
next left towards Sainsbury.
Take some photos of the Wrangler before taking her back, because this is just a first quick impression drive. The brakes, they got a nice amount of feel to them. If I had any negatives though, the footwell is very narrow. I've got nowhere to put my left leg. It's not, it doesn't inspire confidence in terms of a long drive in the car. I don't think I'd be too comfortable having the fact of keeping my left foot at a bit of a kink, as there's nowhere to put it, to rest it. Visibility, well, we've got the big spare tyre on the back of the car, got these nice square wing mirrors. I can't hear too much wind noise from them, which is a nice surprise. But I'm going to do a quick over the shoulder. Actually, there's a very thin A-pillar here. I mean, it's right there next to me, and you've got a nice grab handle for getting in and out of the car. The passengers have also got a grab handle which is wrapped in leather, so that will help if you're having to go off-road and you're being thrown about a bit, so that will help your passengers there.
After 1,000 feet, turn left onto Buttle Street, then take the next left.
It's not...
Take the next left onto Buttle Street, then take the next left.
Yeah, the visibility is pretty good. I think though, if you're doing any low-speed manoeuvring, I mean, I would love to take this properly off-road, and let's have a little look if I can get that. So I'm thinking I might try and get it in a nice position where the wheels are kind of all over a kink, and I'll take some photos of it. There we are. So just and finally, as we get to the end, I am going to stop here, put it into neutral. Let's see, let's get you down to there. I believe, actually, you shouldn't need that one. I think let's go into that. So we're in four-wheel drive. Let's bring her back, shall we? So, seeing what the Jeep's like going downhill now. So as you can see, it is quite steep, but if you take your time, with a lot of these cars, they have got things like hill descent control and such. You're going to find that the Wrangler's going to cope with this no problem. And I can see another Wrangler coming up the hill, so I'm going to move out of his way. There we are, giving him a thumbs up. That's a very happy chap in that car. So he's taken the 3-door petrol version of the Wrangler up the hill. As I said, this is the 2-litre diesel version, but he's got 270 brake horsepower. I've got 200. But when it comes to going off-road, it's going to be the torque numbers that are going to be the outstanding figures. So I can see a team of FCA guys all getting themselves ready for the off. What can I say? It's been an outstanding day here at the Fish Hotel in the Cotswolds. As you can see all the guys there, you can see all the cars as well. So on the left hand side we've got things like the Giulia Quadrifoglio, and got a gentleman from FCA. You're right.
Anywhere you like.
Anywhere I like. Brilliant. I'll park it next to him there then.
No worries.
All right. Thank you very much. So there you go. That's taken her downhill. One thing I am very impressed with is the camera on this. It's a brilliant camera. Not necessarily high definition, but with a lot of these cars you get kind of, I don't know, it gets quite grainy, but this, I do actually really like it. And then the actual sat-nav screen, yes, it's the same system you get in a lot of FCA cars, but it does work. Okay, something I'm going to point out, it says auto on the windows. It's auto for going down, but it's not auto for going back up. I honestly thought there was a gentleman there who's going to take the yep, he's taking the Giulia Quadrifoglio up the hill. That is oh no, he's going to spin it back around again. Right guys, that's me signing off. Have yourselves a great one. Catch you all in the next video. Take care.